How are y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Been pretty busy here at work. But yeah, playing musical positions at work. Well, not whatever. Administrative stuff at work is keeping me busy. But also, I have been working on the Find a Grave website. And for those of you who don't know what Find a Grave is, and this is something that anyone can access, probably in any country. I know Europe and the United States, there's a lot of graves there. But anyways, Find a Grave is where people locate graves and document whose grave it is, where it's located, the plot. They will put whatever information is on the tombstone, and it's called creating a memorial. So there are actually people out there, and this is something I would actually like to do one time, but I'm not doing it in the summer. It's too damn hot. But people will actually go out to cemeteries and just go documenting, recording graves and where they are. Then you can take it a step further, and you can link the parents and siblings and the spouses to that grave. You link their graves to that other grave. So some people, they actually just put the memorial. Me, I cannot do that. It's already driving me crazy to see memorials that other people have made for my relatives. They made a memorial for them, but they didn't link them up to any other possible graves for like their parents and siblings. And so my project lately is to find, to look up to see if any of my relatives have had memorials made. And then it is like raining ants, by the way. Like, fucking hell. Anyways, my project is to locate my ancestors' graves and make sure that they are linked on the site to their parents and to their siblings. And I have actually had to make several duplicate memorials because, and I'm not even going to go into it, but I couldn't link, like I knew where the graves were, but I couldn't link them, the parents, to the child, so I had to go and make a duplicate memorial and do it right. And I am so incredibly grateful for what I call the Ancestry angels, who have documented all the grave locations. It's been super helpful with me doing my family tree. Most of the information that you find on Find a Grave is pretty accurate from what I've found so far. I found one that was just wrong, and just plain wrong. But the Find a Grave information is actually pretty accurate so far from what I've found. And there have been times when I found documents on Ancestry and I wasn't 100% sure that these were the correct documents for my family. But then I go on Find a Grave and maybe someone's uploaded another document that actually connects the puzzle or however you want to word it. So anyways, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been fucking ants. God. So yeah, that's what I've been up to lately. Is I've got all my Van Leeuwens as far back as I can go. I've got them all together. They've been reunited as a family. It makes me feel good. Now I'm working on my grandfather on my mother's side. And that's that's been a really interesting process. So, like, Up to a certain point, my grandfather was not in my mother's life. I don't know what happened, but I have been able to trace him up until 1948, and then there's a big gap, and then in 1961 I found him again in Clovis, New Mexico, and then by 1989 he moved to Alabama, and he was remarried to a woman who also worked in Clovis, New Mexico. And I don't know if they met in Alabama, because he was in the military, so I don't know what happened after 1948. But I do know that in April of 1948, he was attached to my grandmother's family, my grandmother, my mom, because he was using their address on a ship manifest. And then after that, he disappears. They haven't released the 1950 census yet, and they're probably not going to for another 10 years. So there may be information out there that I just don't have access to. And possibly if I wrote to, I wouldn't even begin to know where to write. Never mind. But anyways, that's what I've been working on. It's been really interesting tracking down my grandfather, and it's actually made me feel kind of emotional a little bit, because this is a man that, I always wanted a grandpa, but I just never got to meet him. So it's kind of been really nice and emotional to get to know him. God damn. Anyways, and it's nice to know what happened to him. And apparently it seems like he was a really good guy, He really cared about his students. He was a teacher. He was an administrator at Clovis High School, and did a lot of good working with the students, and was really well known and respected. And I don't know what happened after 1948, but I don't think he was a bad person all in all. Maybe I figure maybe he cheated or something. Or I don't see my grandmother cheating because she's too prim and proper. Plus, my mom once said something about how her father hurt her, so I'm figuring he must have done something. But a man's a man. And if he did cheat, my grandmother did right by divorcing his ass. Sorry about that, but you cheat, you're gone. But anyways, I hope that he had a happy life after that. I imagine he had some issues of being separated from his daughter. I don't know what the separation was about. If it was imposed by my grandmother, if he just decided. Maybe he was a deadbeat. You never know. Maybe he just decided he didn't want to be a father, and he just wanted to be a teacher to other students. So I'll probably never know what happened there. And fuck me, this is an 8-9 minute video. So if you stuck with me this long, thanks. And I'll talk to y'all later.